boy. I made 2 videos about Nintendo consoles. The first one being my GameCube one. I didn't really mean it to turn to a series, but it's gonna be a series. My first, and it's not really chronologically ordered, but the last video was Nintendo and the Entertainment System. And I just decided that it would be suitable to make my next Nintendo hating console series on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I have 4 words to say. Genesis does what Nintendo. Yeah, the Genesis was a much better console. I don't know, which one can you add? The better controller, the better first-party titles, or just the better look of the console itself? Which one? All of them makes the Genesis overall better than the Super Nintendo. But why is the Super Nintendo specifically bad? Well, if you look at what I just said about why the Genesis is better, you would know why I think the Super Nintendo is bad. Just take a look at the controller design. Instead of 2 buttons like the Nintendo Entertainment, it has 4 buttons, which it's not bad because your standard controller in 2013 has 4 buttons. The way they're positioned is a little bit uncomfortable though, and the D-pad on the Genesis is much better than the D-pad on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. But besides that fact, like I said, they have bad first-party titles on the Super Nintendo. A while back, I reviewed the Super Mario World series, and I reviewed Super Mario All-Stars. I did. And my opinion on those still stands. They're bad games. I just don't like them. If you want to know my full opinion on it, just go back to my review. I don't want to make this video extremely long, repeating things I've already said in the past. I hate when people do that. But, however, the Super Nintendo does have improved graphics over the Nintendo Entertainment System. But that's a given. If you're going to make a console better than, if you're going to make another console, of course it's going to have more graphics. But then again, Nintendo completely ignored that when they released the Wii after the GameCube now, did they? But, besides that fact, the Super Nintendo is just an overall bad console. It has nothing unique over the Genesis at all. The Genesis versions of third-party games turn out to be overall better. And there's just not much else to it. The Super Nintendo is a bad console. And let's see how you guys react on my next Nintendo hating series video when I go tackle on the Nintendo 64.